Growing up mixed race was never a problem for me until I got to middle school. I never batted an eye or thought twice as to why half of my family was darker than the rest, because I didn't know what mixed racing was. I am half white, quarter black, quarter Mexican, and this is part 2 of What is Your Ethnicity? 3 years later. 3 years later, I have a deeper understanding of who I am. My identity crisis is over, and I feel more confident in my skin than ever before. Although it is frustrating when people decide that who I am is too above them, I have primarily surrounded myself with people who look at me and understand my background. I have discovered that the confusing white passing comments that have previously been plaguing me could actually be used as a powerful bullet in the fight for justice. The underrepresented communities in America need helping hands from people of my shade. If I have learned anything about racism, it is that white people believe other white people. Months ago, I was in class with 2 white boys and 1 black boy. One of the white boys kept making unnecessary remarks about the black boy's skin. The other white boy did nothing. I stood up against the white boy because I could tell the black boy was uncomfortable. After the interaction was over, I passed notes back and forth to the black boy where he confided in me by saying that if he stood up for himself, he felt like that would contribute to the stereotype of black people being violent. This is why it is so important for white people to help people of color. I know I am privileged. Everyone knows white people in America have privilege. We must use our privilege to support and protect the good. Shockingly, I have met one other person who is black, white, and Mexican. The only difference is who I am defines me, whereas with the other person, they didn't seem to care as much. We never became friends. I still think about the website I referenced in my last video all the time. If I ever feel disheartened with my ethnicity, my brain pulls that book off the dusty shelf to remind myself that there are people like me in this world. Speaking of books, I've read one called Everything I Learned About Racism I Learned in School by Tiffany Jewell. Jewell references many racial encounters she and other authors have lived through during their adolescent years in school. That book has inspired me to think deeper when it comes to racism. Something that has really stuck with me over the years is when Jewell called people of color people of the global majority. That has always felt important to me because it serves as a reminder that white people are only a fraction of the diversity that this world has to offer. Living in America, it sometimes feels as though the percentage of white people to people in color is much more significant than it actually is. Jewell's book has helped me view it more widely. It's harder to find people in school who don't say racial slurs than it is to find some who do. Luckily, I only surround myself with the former. Last year, for my end-of-year English presentation, I created a TED Talk about young teens' relationship with racism entitled How Racism Affects the Middle School Mind. In the video, I reviewed excerpts from interviews I had with a few of my peers regarding racist remarks they have endured by people their own age. I even asked a series of questions to over 25 students from my school to get a feel as to how many felt targeted because of their skin. I will post that video later on, and I plan on making a second one sometime in my high school career. Growing up mixed race is a struggle on its own, but it's important to remember how special it is that I get to be so unique. Not too long ago, race mixing, known as miscegenation, was illegal in the United States. I think it was so brave of my grandparents on both sides to fight for their love despite the harsh conditions they were forced to live in. Not only that, but my parents are brave as well for sticking together despite the world trying to stop them. My family is truly remarkable. I feel inspired by my mixed family to never give up in the fight for equity and justice. My sense of justice is so strong that it is the reason why I will become a criminal defense attorney in New York City. Racial profiling and discrimination has always been an issue in and around the justice legal system, and I will fight to protect those accused of violent crimes they did not commit. As Kamala Harris said, when we fight, we win, and I will not back down as a protector of justice for all. Thank you.